drown me out with the sound effects. Just be cool.
None of that sounds fascist to you at all?
No, of course it doesn't.
No
Hi, and welcome.
producer. No producer has to work under these conditions.
Hi, and welcome to Unboxed Politics, the political review show. My name is Tim.
Yeah.
We got a great show for you on this episode. It is fucking ladies' night.
Hey, hey, ladies.
It's gonna be
That's
all
not
contestants. All contestants will, at the time of recording, be ladies.
Oh, girl, baby girl. Oh,
That
is the best one I ever told you to do. By the way.
There's going to be plenty of that. So let's get into. Oh, by the way, before we get into any of this nonsense, like and subscribe on YouTube. Put a message in the chat.
I got so many more.
Mikey, how long did you spend doing this?
None of your business.
Have you ever been wrong? I was like, no.
Did you get any sleep yesterday, Mikey?
What the fuck is sleep?
Yeah.
I was about to
Okay.
say, he doesn't
All right.
Have you lost your mind?
Go
Tyreek Hill got arrested.
go to everybody. Let's see who else is on this crazy show. We got Ollie at the top.
Oh wait.
He's yeah.
I know nothing. Nothing.
Ready?
Nothing.
And we got Mark.
It didn't work. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, this update. No.
Oh no.
Update. Where's my button?
No button for you.
Wah, wah.
Dude, I literally fucking took
got
time.
fucked up.
I took time to make sure this worked.
I got a new button on mine that's the Price is Right, You Lose sound effect.
Boom, 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 boom.
Whoa. Yeah.
I like that one. Remember jingles?
Yeah, jingles are fun.
Jingles used to be fun.
Speaking of jingles, all the way at the bottom, super producer Mikey Famine.
Hey, yeah.
Up the world.
So, gentlemen, I have curated for you some videos.
Sure you have.
Some of which Mikey has already seen because we watched this all happen live during the week.
You make me sad again, aren't you, Tim?
Did I get to call it sick, right?
You don't get to call in sick. You still have
This
to.
is
you
some
still have to
fucking bullshit. Oh, here we go.
Push the goddamn button.
push the goddamn button.
You heard
You
what
heard what
she
she
said.
said.
There it is.
Now, Mikey, show the board, and we'll explain how the game works here.
Oh wait,
So-
here we go. Let me whatever. Here you go.
Turn off the Mac.
It didn't work again.
I'm getting some
Sucks
sort
at
of-
this. Wow.
I'm getting some sort of perverse joy out of which buttons work and which buttons don't.
Yep.
I'm being betrayed when I expected
Yep.
least.
So we got our
F2,
four
F5.
categories. We got
I
got
got
the
it.
radical left, the MAGA folk. There we go. The mainstream, international relations. We got a couple of contestants on the board this week, and we got a couple of newcomers. Well, kind of newcomers. We talked about them last season, but they're not on the board, and they're trying to get on the board.
They're going to get on the board.
They got to get on the board.
So let's see who's first. Who we got first?
I
Who
don't
we suffer through.
know which one this is because I zoomed in too close because I maximized it to crop the video right, so it is a mystery.
Just hit play. We'll see what happens.
All right, let me push the button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. When we talk about civil rights, we should talk about the rights of over 63 million unborn people that were slaughtered in the womb by what
In the
Democrats
room?
call
This room?
reproductive rights. Your reproductive rights are murder. And when you want to talk about which form of murder do you want to use against an unborn innocent person who should have the right to life, we should go into all of those nasty, disgusting methods. Whether these innocent people are ripped limb from limb, and they're washed in saline and murdered in the womb.
Saline's pretty.
Or are their heads crushed before they are pulled out of their mother's cervix and womb?
What?
Let's talk about those rights. And let's talk about rape. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Ooh. TOS, bitch.
A former student convicted of sexually assaulting 2 girls released by Loudoun County judge.
Get away from the
you
microphone.
were talking about stats and data. There is information if you...
I got to turn her down a little bit. The carrying in is coming in too loud.
She's so close to the microphone that all her S's are coming out.
Yeah, it's like a 1990s talk radio. It's like AM-ifying.
That you're looking at right now, you can look up
someone get her a pop
biological
filter.
Male student that was mentally ill and dressed up like a girl and went in the girls' high school bathroom and sexually assaulted 2 young women in their school. Yeah, it happens all the time. And when you talk about
that
civil
one
rights,
time,
let's
though.
talk about
I have
women's
that one
rights in
example.
sports.
That happens
A male
all the
swimmer
time.
competed on the men's team for 3
Happens
years
all that
before
time.
winning the women's NCAA Division I championship in the 500-yard freestyle event. This same man was nominated NCAA Woman of the Year. That is a big violation of women's rights. After playing on a college men's team
The right
30
to win at
years
sports.
prior, a 52-year-old 6'6" man joined a women's junior college basketball team and destroyed them on the court. Oh, wow. I thought you
Post game was crazy.
cared about rights, civil rights, women's rights. A male runner was named
Jessica
Women's
was murdering
Athlete
their
of the
ass on the
Week
block,
after
boy.
competing in an NCAA Division I
Triple-double.
women's cross country meet. One male athlete won first place in the women's mile race at an NCAA Division I conference championship. And a 17-year-old female volleyball player was left partially paralyzed with brain damage after a ball was spiked at her
What's your
by
excuse?
her biological male opponent. The team rightfully forfeited the remainder of the games
Too harsh.
played against that school out of safety concerns. Why don't you care about these women's rights? If you want to preach about civil rights, civil liberties, and protecting people's rights, you should be standing up and protecting women and girls' rights in sports. And keep your biological men who are mentally insane and have sexually perversive ideas, thoughts, and fantasies out of our bathrooms, out of our sports, out of
And
our
out of the
women's
presidency.
spaces. And if you want to continue to be the party that stands up
sorry.
for that absolute insane bullshit, we'll keep beating you election after election after election. You want to know why? Because y'all are for they, them, and we're for the American people. And we actually do stand up for people's rights.
I think those they thems live in America. Just I don't want
Yeah.
to correct. I didn't
Yeah.
want to correct her, but they do live in America.
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
stand
Trump
up
is
for
going to
the
get rid of
unborn.
birthright
We stand
citizenship,
up
so
for
you never
women
know.
and children, and we will protect them from the deranged lunatics that you all call women. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
I wish you had a bit more specifics about the examples she brought up. I bet you those, like, what, she came up with 3 examples? I would bet you that's over the last, like, 50 years.
Those also might have been like different people in the same scenarios multiplied into like multiple examples. Like I
Yes.
So I didn't intend on starting with Magic the Gathering, but here we are.
Oh, you heard
was
us
rough,
already.
Tim.
That's okay. Listen, this is the worst one. This is the worst one of the night. So
Okay.
we got
Random.
we got the pineapple out of the way.
I just want to say that Sha'Carri Washington is all of about 4'9", maybe 4'10", and she's the fastest woman on the planet.
Yeah.
Everything don't mean everything, and I just want to disqualify. I'm looking up all of these what is this, women's collegiate records. It's weird that it isn't just completely swamped with trans women.
Right.
But somehow it's almost like you have to be like this super magnificent athlete to even qualify for anything. And let me tell you something. Just because you're the best in your high school and then you're the best at your junior college, and then you get to like a 4-year school, you still ain't the NBA. You still ain't Olympic level. When there's an Olympian around, you know, because the rest of you just literally can't compete. It is not fair, and it can appear from a distance to be like you shouldn't even be in the same league together. Because I got a buddy who's an Olympian. I'm talking about in 8th grade, he's like dunking, or like 7th grade. He's shorter than me. He's a he's an Olympic triple jumper. Like, you just know, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, did you guys hear that homeboy made it to the Olympics? It's like, oh, that makes sense. Because there are people out there that are just better than you, and you got to be okay with that. And you can't just throw the trans card out there as if that's going to justify something, because if you were any good, it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter.
In I think it was an episode of Somewhere News. They did an episode about transgendered people and why there's such a hysteria about it. And they showed a clip of like just not a transgender one, but like the signed at birth woman, I suppose.
Cis.
Totally ruining guys at basketball. Like she was
homegirl. Yeah, I know you're talking about the center.
Yeah,
she manhandles them.
And the argument is that men are somehow predominantly better than women at all sports all the time.
Must be, and by definition.
And this lady was just ruining dudes, just destroying them on the court. Like it was, and the point is that like what Mikey was talking about. Sometimes you're just better. Like it really, for the most part, has nothing to do with gender.
Oh wait, I don't want the music on here. What you want? I mean,
like,
bro, you have no chance, bro. You have no chance.
She just shoved him out of the way.
You guys want to hear something funny? I'm that guy. Okay, because my sister played college ball. I was that guy. Like
that poor guy.
Like,
it's okay, Mikey.
No, like it's cool. Like I won some games. Okay,
I know.
Like I didn't lose all the time. Sometimes I had to cross the shit out of them because they're fucking giants. But you know, when you're like short, you gotta do what you gotta do. But it's a skill thing, and you gotta. It's like playing Street Fighter or video games or chess or anything else.
Yeah,
it's a game, and it's until it's not a game, and then like when they can do the same thing that you can do, but they're just better. So stop hating, losers.
Yeah.
Fucking hating ass bitches.
So let's get to the review.
Ugh.
Magic the Gathering, the words that she spoke from her mouth.
F for transphobia.
Is there a U? Ugly?
You.
I'm
UGLY. I gotta fucking put bleach blonde. Oh damn, dude.
You gotta put that on there. You gotta put that on there.
Oh man, I forgot. Okay.
But I agree with the F. All the words came out of her mouth were kind of ugly.
Transphobia gets an F from me.
Yeah.
I think also we can all agree the way that she said those words is also an F.
Soccer
at
mom.
least she was being heinous and rude. Yeah.
She was a soccer mom on speakerphone.
The ultimate Karen.
Yeah. I want to see a manager personified.
Yeah.
If there was a genie lamp that you had to rub, it's like manager, and then like, her ass would come out. Where's the manager?
Marjorie's presentation.
Asshole.
She looks like a I'll let someone else go first. I gotta filter this a couple times.
If this is just the way she looks and stuff like that, then she's like a solid D.
I would
or
give
maybe
her
a softie. Maybe a softie.
Question: is it okay?
That's how I feel personally.
Question: I usually don't roast women, but if the woman is a transphobe, I feel like they disqualify themselves from any protections therein.
I mean, say what's in your heart, Mikey. Say what's in your heart.
Oh no, Tim. No, that'll get us shut down. No.
Say what you would like to say that will not get us removed from the internet. Anything else is fair game for her.
Here, this is what I remember. I heard that if you look at Marjorie Taylor Greene's nose, the same angle of that pyramid is the same in Giza. It's 17 degrees off due north. Crooked nose ass. Big protractor nose ass. I don't know what I mean, Jasmine Crockett said it right with the bleach blonde butch body. Yeah. I mean, that hair is looking dry as shit. I want to give her hair lotion.
D?
Yeah, D for lotion.
D.
Oh.
And that jacket is made out of a couch.
Yeah, it's not a great jacket.
She probably killed her dog to make that jacket.
That's Nomi.
That's
no, I know.
I know. I know.
Oh, I understood. Yeah.
Right.
I read the instructions.
All right. D for presentation. Are we all agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. She can have A grade.
Lastly, get the D, just saying.
She could look worse.
She does
it.
Vibe check.
F.
Yeah.
It's just an ugly fucking
so
speech. It's
bad.
like,
That was pretty bad.
I'm glad we only had to watch 3 minutes of it, 4 minutes of it. That's all there was.
Yeah, they only got.
here we go.
Chicken bleep mother froggers.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that puts her in the bottom 3.
Shocking.
Oh, that's easy. We will get worse, but I mean,
play the next video.
Do we have to?
It literally can't be worse. It literally can't be worse.
You guys ate the pineapple. Everything else is basically good from here on out.
Referencing the great Carl Levin as you introduced me.
This is Slotkin, Senator Slotkin.
Yeah.
From the great state of Michigan? Where's she come from?
Michigan.
What's her background?
Where is she from?
Slotkin, I believe she's from Michigan. Her background is she was in the CIA.
Oh, shh. Remember, we don't make jokes about her.
Yeah, we're not. Listen, guys, she's getting an A.
or Kane. Kane was a CIA guy too. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, Michigan. She was a House of Representatives member from Michigan. She moved up to the Senate this year.
We miss him in Michigan.
She serves Michigan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For those who I haven't met in my 1 week that I've been sworn into the Senate, I'm a CIA officer recruited after 9/11. I did 3 tours
supposed to say that
armed
stuff.
in Iraq alongside the military, and have worked for 4 different secretaries of defense, both Democrat and Republican, proudly, and watched them make decisions that literally determine the life and death of Americans in the dark of night. I'm also a Democrat representing a state that Trump won, right? We both won on the same ballot. So I understand that President Trump has the right to nominate his people. We are going to have policies that we disagree with. All of that, to me, comes very standard. What I think I'm most concerned with is that no president has the right to use the uniformed military in a way that...
I can't stop watching the guy behind her.
Yeah, what is he doing?
Yeah, he looks like he's nodding off. Or is he looking at his phone?
He's on his phone.
He's looking at his phone.
He's probably on his phone.
He keeps side-eyeing her. It's really weird.
It's like he's looking to see if she's looking at what he's texting. It's like, dude, just text it, all right? She's busy.
Get off of
violates
Facebook.
the U.S. Constitution and further taints the military as that apolitical institution that we all want, right? And our founders designed the system so that
put it down.
We had posse comitatus, that we weren't going to use active duty military inside the United States and make American citizens potentially scared of their own military. We went through our own experience with that with the British.
You hear that,
As the
British?
Secretary of Defense, you will be the one man standing in the breach should President Trump give an illegal order, right? I'm not saying he will, but if he does, you are going to be the guy that he calls to implement this order. Do you agree that there are some orders that can be given by the Commander-in-Chief that would violate the U.S. Constitution?
Senator, thank you for your service. But I reject the premise that President Trump is going to be giving illegal orders.
No, I'm not saying he will, but do you believe there is such a thing as an illegal order that Joe Biden or any other president, Donald Trump, could give? Is there anything that a commander-in-chief could ask you to do with the uniformed military that would be in violation of the U.S. Constitution?
Senator, anybody of any party
Right.
could give an order that is against the Constitution or against the law.
Right. Okay. So are you saying that you would stand in the breach and push back if you were given an illegal order?
I start by saying I reject the premise that President
I
Trump
understand.
will be
You've
giving
done your
any
genuflecting
illegal
to him.
orders
But
at all.
This isn't a
Squirm.
hypothetical, okay? Your predecessor in a Trump administration, Secretary Esper, was asked and did use uniformed military to clear unarmed protesters. He was given the order to potentially shoot at them. Helos flew low in Washington, D.C. as crowd control. He later apologized publicly for those actions. Was he right or wrong to apologize?
Senator, I was there on the ground.
And
I saw the
I understand,
helo
and I
myself.
respect that.
I've been there.
But
I
you're about
understand
to
the
be the
level of threat
Secretary of Defense.
that was involved in that moment. I
Was
also
he right
understand
to? So he was.
legality and the
Sir,
Constitution.
was he
and
right
the
or
laws of what
wrong
you
to
have.
apologize?
I'm not going to put words in the mouth of Secretary Esper or
No,
anybody else.
he said them himself. You don't have to. What are you scared of? Did he do the right thing by apologizing?
I'm not scared of anything, Senator.
Then say yes.
Oh, I like the psychological
scared of
play.
nothing.
I like the psych play. She
I
is,
ain't scared
dude.
of
She,
nothing.
She
dude,
kind of got him there right
dude. She is CIA.
there. Yeah.
She's like, what are you afraid
knows.
of? I'm not afraid. Got his ass. Oh, she's dangerous.
Yes or no? You
Interested in
can say
upholding
no.
The laws and the Constitution.
Okay.
In any
So
particular
Donald
scenario.
Trump asked for the active duty 82nd Airborne to be deployed during that same time. Secretary Esper has written that he convinced him against that decision. If Donald Trump asked you to use the 82nd Airborne in law enforcement roles in Washington, D.C., would you also convince him otherwise?
I'm not going to get ahead of conversations I would have with the president. However, there are laws and processes inside our Constitution that would be followed.
President Trump said in November that he is willing to consider using the active duty military against the, quote, enemy within. Have you been personally involved in discussions of using the U.S. military active duty inside the United States?
Senator, I'm glad we finally got to the topic of border security equaling national security because it's been abdicated and ignored for the last 4 years.
That wasn't my question. I'm just
That's a
asking, have you
dodge.
been involved?
Yeah.
You're about to be the Secretary of Defense, potentially. Have you been involved in discussions about using the active duty military inside the United States?
Senator, I am not yet the Secretary of Defense.
Right. I'm
if
just asking.
confirmed, I would be party to any
Answer
number
the
of
So you
question.
haven't been in any of these
which I would
conversations?
He doesn't
not
know how.
reveal, what I have discussed with the President of the
No,
United States.
just
or
have
not.
you been in conversations? You're going to be in charge of 3 million people. The active duty that I know you care about, I believe you care about. So have you been in conversations about using the active duty in any way? Whether it's setting up in detention camps, policing dangerous cities, have you been involved in any of those conversations?
Certainly, I have been involved in conversations relating to doing things this administration has not, which is secure the southern border and not allow floods of
That's
illegal
not the
into our
question.
country
So-
through an invasion
Okay.
that threatens the American people.
Okay,
And
okay,
there
I
are
got
ways
it.
in which the military is already playing a role in that, to include 5,000
Do
National
you
Guardsmen from
believe
Indiana and
that the
Texas.
US
We're at the border right now, allowing for border
Will
security.
you
So there is
ask the
plenty of
active
precedent
duty
for
military
military
to
members
staff
enforcing
detention
our southern
centers?
border.
Our U.S. military is not trained in law enforcement roles. I think you know that, right? We've seen how that mission is difficult for them in places like Iraq and Afghanistan because that's not the training a uniformed military comes with. Do you support the use of active duty military in supporting detention camps?
Senator, everything we will do would be lawful and under the Constitution,
Okay,
but
I'm
I
gonna take that as a
recognize
yes.
that this administration has abdicated its responsibility. President Trump is going to
Okay,
restore
in the
order at
spirit
the border,
of
prevent
preserving
our
the
enemies from
institution,
invading, and yes, he has said
Sir,
mass
I get your
deportations will
filibustering.
be
I get it. I get
a part of what
In
happens.
the spirit of preserving the institution that I think we both care about, legitimately, the Uniform Code of Military Justice. I've heard a couple of different things. One, you said you will not change the Uniform Code of Military Justice, which is what governs justice system in the military. Yes or no? You said that earlier.
Those are
I'm just
laws,
confirming.
Senator, set by Congress.
Okay, so you will not go to change it. You will not attempt to change it. You also said that JAG officers are potentially people who put their own interests in their own
I'm a
medals
child.
and promotions ahead of the troops. Senator Lindsey Graham was a JAG officer for most of his life. Is that what you believe about those who implement our justice system in the U.S. military?
Senator, I was speaking about particular JAG officers I've had to deal with in my military
Are you
experience,
gonna get
not about a
involved?
member of the United States Senate.
Are you, as Secretary of Defense, going to get involved in the implementation of the U.S. Military Code of Justice?
Senator, ultimately, it will be a big part of my job to evaluate decisions vis-a-vis
Okay, so
the
I'll take
Uniform
that.
Code of
I'll
Military
take that as
Justice.
yes. Have you seen
But fairly.
is CQ Brown on your list in the Warrior Boards to be removed from his position?
Senator, every single senior officer will be reviewed based on meritocracy, standards, lethality, and commitment to lawful orders they will be given.
Thank you, Senator Slotkin.
There you go.
The
There
82nd.
you go.
But that's scary. Just the responses are so scary.
So we will do Pete Hegseth at the end because he's in another video, so we're not going to give him 2 reviews, but
Right.
just Senator Slotkin. Now, remember when you speak about her, she's former CIA. She'll find you.
She will. Wait, find. She knows.
She knows. She already knows.
She doesn't need to look.
She's watching right now.
She just has to allocate assets. Fragmented crystal. APC.
Mark might already be an asset.
You know, that makes a lot of sense. His don't you close that.
Oh no.
I've been made. The falcons flee in the nest.
Mikey, he's already in your house. Run.
Yep.
Well, change the fucking battery in the smoke detector while you're up there. Crawling through the walls, crawling through the ventilation. Run a snake through that boy.
So just keep all that in mind when we do the review. The contents of what Senator Slotkin said.
I think she asked good questions, and they weren't because that was pretty much her whole thing. Yeah, she only had 7 minutes, so that was her whole time. She didn't waste a single word.
No,
she did not.
She pressed him. Then when he kind of tried to weasel out, but gave a sort of answer, she said, "Okay, so you're saying this then?"
Mm-hmm.
And he never disagreed with one of the times she said that. So he's on the record basically saying those things. I think she accomplished a lot, but I don't know what it's going to actually do.
I think it was a masterclass.
I mean, it was good questioning.
Spoken like
I
a
was
CIA
impressed.
agent.
I was impressed with how she did that. But it really reminded me of Law and Order.
Yeah.
You know.
So
and the old Law and Order, not the newer ones, but the real one. You used to actually get 30 minutes of trial.
So we gave her 1 review last year, and she ended up with a B+.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was her against the running. That was her debate, right? Her debate.
Yeah, that was her debate. Yeah.
Senate.
I think she might have did better in this video, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm gonna for content. I'm gonna give her an A. I think
A.
Mikey's right. She answered. She asked the right questions.
She did, and it was like she was trying to pin down a weasel, and she succeeded a couple of times.
Yeah, she caught him in a few traps for sure.
Yep.
So. The way she spoke, how she got Pete.
She was clear. She was concise. She was, She was good. I once again, I'm going to give her an A on that. She did very well.
If this was anime, the camera would have to go like way down low, and then she'd have like the deep shadows, because like these were all like very damning, trapping questions, but she didn't appear. You know, she doesn't appear dangerous, but whew, she was literally cooking his ass, and he had no idea that he was actually in.
Oh no,
in
he knew, because he got upset. He realized, oh, she got me again.
Oh, what are you afraid of? I'm not afraid.
Yeah. No, he got upset because he knew that she got
muted,
him.
Mark.
Weird, I did not mute it. My penis is not small. That's what I've said.
I love how that's how I heard through the ether and was like, wait, he's muted. I have to tell him.
He's talking about a dick. Unmute yourself.
Small penis. I heard my name. What?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give her another A on
think so.
delivery. I think she was
Delivery.
spot on.
She didn't fall for any of his, like, she didn't let him waste a lot of time with his bullshit. She was like, oh, okay, I get it. You're grandstanding. Oh, I get it. You're trying to filibuster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
filibuster portion of the talk.
She did a good job of cutting through the bull and getting to her questions. So, yeah.
What do we want to rate the guy behind her with whatever he's got
-7.
going?
Jesus.
He's just weird. I wasn't until you drew my attention to him. I wasn't really paying too much attention to him. But then I started. And it was like, oh,
wait,
God.
wait. Should we make fun of him? We have
That's our handler.
We have no idea who that could be.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
That could be the Men in Black guy. We don't know.
It could be.
Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah, nobody knows.
But he's very, I don't know. He's got like a wild look about him.
I bet he's got no fingerprints. In that pocket, he's got that flash. He's got that flashy thing.
Oh yeah, he's got the flashy
He's
thing,
got
or that like
the neuralizer,
or the little the cricket gun that does like
the noisy cricket.
The noisy cricket.
Hey man, you can't have a noisy cricket in
No,
the halls of Congress.
The deneuralizer. That's why Trump's so fucked up. He's been deneuralized a lot.
I mean, what is either the deneuralizer or the fucking solar eclipse that he's staring at?
Yeah.
You know, like he asked for, I want to know about Area 51. They're like, here you go. Boop. You already asked. You don't know anything.
You rolled in that one.
So Senator Slotkin,
my goblin.
Presentation.
This is the way, like, her. Yeah.
Her earrings are cool.
Honestly, it's
think
not a
she's-
very good jacket suit, but
I think she's
it's-
kind of short.
yeah, she could be.
Yeah, I'm not a
'Cause
fan
she's
of like.
way up on the edge of her chair here. I think she's
Yeah.
just kind of
Yeah.
small.
I'm not a fan
Maybe.
of the green on green that's going on there.
I think those.
Yeah, I'm
relative.
not a fan either.
It's something.
I'll give it a CIAC.
Yeah,
C?
unfortunately. Yeah.
I was thinking a B- or a C, so I can go with a C+. C+.
She got some like these are almost Lord of the Ringsian gold
Yeah.
earrings. So
Maybe.
so
She's
yeah,
friends
C.
with the elves.
Yeah.
Speak friend and enter.
Vibes.
McDonald's.
I've just I think if we're giving her A's on the other two, then we're giving her an A on vibes too, because
Oh yeah.
she kind of she if it wasn't knocked out of the park, it's at least a fucking three base fucking
Triple.
Yeah, I
Triple,
I
yeah.
think she I think overall she tested Hegseth in ways he didn't expect.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me
And
get-
she
That's
got
not
under
Mark
skin.
Kelly next to her, is it?
It might be. You mean
That's totally
astronaut
Mark
Mark Kelly?
Yeah.
I
Yes,
told
that's
you
who
it was a
that is.
space guy,
That's who that is.
alien guy.
Space. He was on that CIA space station. There's another one.
So
Or where she's
yeah,
like,
I'd have
oh,
to say
or where's
A.
the line where she the genuflecting thing? That was funny. She's like, you've already
Yeah.
genuflected to Trump, so just go ahead and
That
answer the
is-
question.
That is Mark Kelly. It is.
Get off your Facebook, Mark Kelly.
Active duty military inside the United States and make American citizens potentially scared who are going to be the guy that he calls to implement this order. Do you agree
BRB.
that there are some orders that can?
saw
I
the
understand
helo
and I
myself.
respect
I've
that.
been there.
But
I
you're about
understand
to
the
be the
level of threat
Secretary of Defense.
that was involved in that moment. I
Was
also
he right
understand
to? So he was.
legality and the
Sir,
Constitution.
was he
and
right
the
or
laws of what
wrong
you
to
have.
apologize?
This transcript is so frustrating because it's her questions over and over and over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
I'm not going to put words in the mouth of Secretary Esper or
No,
anybody else. from
he
this
said them
podium.
himself. You don't have to. What are you scared of?
There it
Did
is.
he do the right thing by apologizing?
I'm not scared of anything, Senator.
Then say
I'm
yes or no.
interested
You
in
can
I'm
say
not.
no.
I'm not
laws and-
scared of anything, Senator.
Got him. She's in your
I'm
head.
not scared of.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of ghosts. I'm not scared of
I'm
spiders.
not afraid no ghosts.
I ain't scared of nobody.
I'm not afraid of no bees.
Yeah.
Hey, my lady.
We should wait till Mark gets back. I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's a good idea. I forgot he
poor Mark.
Yeah.
disappeared.
He said BRB.
Gee.
So
Confirmed, I would
Mikey
be
and
party
I
to-
Mm-hmm.
spent a couple of days this week watching some of these testimonies, and boy
Boy, howdy.
howdy,
Be the one-
Sorry.
Is it a crazy mess down there in the U.S. Senate?
Oh, yeah.
A hot mess, hot steaming mess in a pile of snow.
But yeah, the next video is Mikey's senator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Miss Duckworth.
Let's see what else I got on the soundboard.
Yeah, well, yeah. What other crazy sounds you got going on there?
Yeah.
Damn. That's a long one.
Yeah. That's a pretty big what?
If he's willing to get off the couch and show up. So...
he said the thing.
Your couch.
What was that from?
I think it was Tim Walz. It was at one of Tim Walz's rallies.
Oh.
And you two were watching it and were laughing at it. And then Tim goes, "Hey, he said the thing." I couldn't remember.
Have you ever been wrong?
All right.
I was like, no.
Fucking love Roland. Uncle Roland. I have an Uncle Roland.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
And I do not.
I do not.
All right, Mikey.
He pledged
Hit
too,
the
but
button.
he's a Kappa. He's not an Alpha.
Alpha,
right.
Beta, Gamma.
Oh.
Here is this Tammy Duckworth.
You are qualified to be Secretary of Defense, and one of the qualifications, to answer my colleague's question, is to actually win the votes of every member of this committee and to be confirmed by the United States Senate. And you need to convince us that you're worthy of that vote, because the people of the state of Illinois voted for me to be their senator so that I could cast that vote when it comes to picking who is going to be the next Secretary of Defense. This hearing now seems to be a hearing about whether or not women are qualified to serve in combat, and not about whether or not you are qualified to be Secretary of Defense. Let me just say that the American people need a SecDef who's ready to lead on day one. You are not that person. Our adversaries watch closely during times of transition, and any sense that the Department of Defense that keeps us safe is being steered by someone who's wholly unprepared for the job puts America at risk, and I am not willing to do that. With that in mind, Mr. Hexeth, I want you to try to explain to the American people, this committee, who have to vote for you, and to our troops who are deployed around the world, why you are qualified to lead the Department of Defense.
Okay.
We already know that you've only led the largest, a 200-person organization. We already know that you so badly mangled.
Hey, Tim, how many employees for Secretary of Defense? Like, how many under their purview?
3 million. 3 million, Mikey.
Yep.
Oh, it's a little bit more.
A little bit
Yeah.
more.
A budget.
200,
that
3
after
million.
you
It's about the
left,
same.
They had to bring in a forensic accountant to figure out what went wrong. And that the largest budget you ever managed was about $18 billion. You know, that is about 51,560 times fewer, lower than the Department of Defense budget of $825 billion.
51,000 times.
$16 million is
Wow.
51,568 times smaller than the defense budget. Please describe to me, Mr. Hexeth, you talk about...
Yo, we spent too much money on that shit. I'm real depressed now. God damn.
There's a lot of money.
That's why nobody else's countries can
We've
keep
kind
up
of been
with
telling
us.
you that.
For fuck's sake, we can have fucking flying cars, teleporters, replicators.
For
Carrots
like
that taste like cheeseburgers, but no.
Oh, man.
for what, a
Plastic
fifth of that you could have national health care paid for, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Thanks,
No.
Ollie.
DOD
No,
passed
the worst thing about that, Ollie, is we don't even need that money.
Yeah.
It would still be cheaper than private healthcare. We'd make more money to spend on the military.
Oh yeah.
Please describe to me a time or an organization when that you led underwent an audit, because you say you're going to hire smarter people than you to run this audit. I'm not asking you to be an accountant. I want you to be able to tell me what kind of guidance will be given to those employees, what will happen whether or not you pass that audit. Have you led an audit of any organization? Yes or no? I don't want a long answer. Yes or no? Have you led an audit of any organization of which you were in charge?
Senator, in both of the organizations I ran, we were always completely fiscally responsible.
Yes or
with the
no,
money
did
that
you
we
lead
had.
an audit?
And the way
Yes
my
or
leadership
no,
has
did you lead
been
an audit?
stated
Yes or
has
no?
been completely
What are you afraid of? You
mischaracterized.
can't answer this question. Yes or no, did you lead an
Oh,
audit?
damn.
Do you not know this answer?
Senator,
Yes
every
or
part
no?
of my leadership
Yes
of these
or no?
organizations
Yes
has
or
been
no, did you lead an audit?
misrepresented
I will
from
take
top
that as
to
a
bottom.
no. What were the findings? So there were no findings because you've never led an audit. What guidance did you give the auditors? None, because you've never led an audit. Nobody expects you to be an accountant, Mr. Hexeth. What we expect is for you to understand the complexity of this Pentagon budget process that is absolutely necessary to outfit our warfighters. Look, the Secretary of Defense is required to make quick decisions every single day that, well, with high-level information that's being provided for them. A Secretary of Defense has to have breadth and depth of knowledge. Right now, I am concerned that you have neither. Mr. Hexeth, what is the highest level of international negotiations that you have engaged in, that you have led in? Because the Secretary of Defense does lead international security negotiations. There are three main ones that the Secretary of Defense leads and signs. Can you name at least one of them?
Could you repeat the question, Senator?
Sure. What is the highest level of international security agreement that you have led? And can you name some that the Secretary of Defense would lead? There's three main ones. Do you know?
I have not been involved in international security arrangements because I have not been in government other than serving in the military. So my job has been to
So no, the answer is no. Can you name one of the three main ones that the
You're
Secretary
talking
of
about
Defense
defense
signs?
arrangements. I mean, NATO might be one that you're referring to.
Status of Forces Agreement would be one of them.
Status of Forces Agreement. I've been a part of teaching about Status of Forces Agreement.
But you don't remember to mention it?
He doesn't know. He doesn't
You're
know.
not qualified, Mr. Hexeth. You're not qualified. You talk about repairing our defense industrial complex. You're not qualified
She
to
is
that. You could do
ruining this
acquisition
guy.
and cross-servicing agreements, which essentially are security agreements. You can't even mention that. You've done none of those. You talked about the Indo-Pacific a little bit, and I'm glad that you mentioned it.
Oh, this
Can
is
you
the
name
best.
the importance of at least one of the nations in the ASEAN, and what type of agreement we have with at least one of those nations? And how many nations are in ASEAN, by the way?
I couldn't tell you the exact
No, you
amount of
couldn't,
nations
because
in
you've
that,
not
but I
even
know we have
bothered to
allies
do-
in South Korea and Japan and in AUKUS with Australia, trying to work
Okay.
on submarines with them.
Mr.
and data
Hexeth,
transfers
none
with
of those
them.
countries
We
are
have
in
allies
ASEAN.
across.
None of those three countries that you've mentioned are in ASEAN. I suggest you do a little homework before you prepare for these types of negotiations. Listen, Mr. Hexeth,
Oh, dude.
He got
we
confirmed,
ask our
right?
troops to go into harm's way all the time. We ask them to go into harm's way. And this behind me is a copy of the
Brother.
Soldier's Creed, a copy that usually hangs over my desk here in the Senate, and you should be familiar with it. It's the same copy that hung over my desk at Walter Reed every single day that I woke up and fought my way back because I wanted to go back and serve next to my buddies who'd saved my life. This same copy, these words are repeated over and
She's
over
so
and over
pissed at
again.
him.
Oh, yeah.
I need to read out two things to you, two sentences. I will always place the mission first, and I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough, trained and proficient in my warrior task. Mr. Hexeth, our troops follow these words every single day, and they man up and they pack their rucksacks and they go to war. And they deserve a leader who can lead them, not a leader who wants to lower the standards for himself or raising the standards for other people. And by the way, our troops already meet the standards. We ask troops to man that ship, fight that fire, fly that helicopter until their very last breath. And they do that every single day. They cannot be led by someone who's not competent to do the job. How can we ask these warriors to train and perform the absolute highest standards when you are asking us to lower the standards to make you the Secretary of Defense simply because you are buddies with our president-elect? And by the way, he has filed for bankruptcy 6 times. I'm not quite sure he's the kind of CEO you want to refer to as a successful businessman. Let me make it clear. You can't seem to grasp that there is no U.S. military as we know it without the incredible women that we serve. Women who've earned their place in their units. You have not earned your place as Secretary of Defense. You say you care about keeping our armed forces strong and that you like that our armed forces are meritocracy, then let's not lower the standards for you. You, sir, are a no-go at this station.
Damn.
She
Mr.
like tried to electrify him.
Yeah, she spent 7 minutes just ruining him.
That's
Yeah.
the thumbnail right there.
Yep. Damn.
So
Tim lit him up.
Daddy Trump, she was mean to me.
although 1 point early on, she kind of did lose her cool just a little bit. But I mean, she was making good points, great points.
Myanmar, Laos, Thailand,
Yeah.
Cambodia, Vietnam, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Brunei Darussalam, and that's it. Any of those he could have said. But he said South Korea
And
Japan, and then he
Australia.
He said Australia. He said Australia. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's like,
Did he get confirmed yet, or are they still deliberating?
He got reported out of committee, but he still has to get voted on by the whole Senate.
He's got the votes, though, I assume.
I mean, probably. 3 Republicans would have to vote no.
There's not 3
yeah,
courageous
there's
people
not
in the
3
Republican
He'll probably
Republicans
get-
that have fucking spine.
He'll probably get 1 or 2, but I don't think he'll get 3 that vote no. So yeah, Senator Tammy Duckworth.
Question. Just question
Answers.
about that vote. Does the Senate ever have like private votes, or is every vote done in the open where everybody knows who's voting for what?
They always have to have public votes. They can have closed door hearings, but they cannot have closed door votes.
Okay. No, I was just wondering because you probably get a lot more Republicans voting down stuff if they didn't have to reveal who the fuck they were. It's the same.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
it.
I mean,
That's the point of it.
so they can do anonymous votes. However, a tactic is often to put people on the record to have a roll call vote where they call your name and you vote. But there are different styles of voting that they can do, where it's just like
Ring
you know,
toss.
or everyone raise your hand, like, you know,
Duck,
or
duck,
whatever.
goose.
So the words that Senator Duckworth said.
Oh,
A.
Definitely.
Yeah,
A.
I'd have to say A. Yeah.
I was
Everything
gonna,
she said was
go
spot
S
on.
rank.
Ooh.
I was gonna go
I
S
don't
rank.
know. I don't know. No.
Well, did you hear all of Hegseth's shit about women not being in the military? Like, he's been doing this shit for years, and like this is her getting in front of him.
Yeah.
So that's why, like,
I haven't heard much of it, but a bit. Yeah.
It's pretty vile. Like, they're like, at first it started like they shouldn't be deployed, and then they shouldn't have any combat roles, and then like, what's the point of having them anyway? They're just gonna bring everything down. They distract the men. They don't even need to be in there. And she's a double amputee helicopter pilot.
Oh shit. Okay.
So this is the fucking guy.
Extra piece of shit.
Yeah, this is that motherfucker right there in front of her. And now he's gonna be the fucking Secretary of Defense. That's why she's so fucking pissed.
That puts in perspective the way she reacted. I didn't know most of that. So
I mean, just putting her words into like the context that Mikey said, but also like just the way she went at him, like let's contrast her with Senator Slotkin. Senator Slotkin took a more measured approach and like asking questions and trying to lay traps for him. Senator Duckworth just was like, "You're not fucking qualified, and here's why."
Right.
You
This
don't
is the
know
facts, Jack.
Yeah, you don't know about our defense agreements. You don't know anything about negotiating treaties. You don't know anything about.
You don't know what groups of countries are in terms of our agreements.
You have no idea who belongs where. Like, that's.
I'd be the first to say I couldn't have named a country in that agreement. But that's not my job.
If you guys go back into the live stream, I yelled out Indonesia. I had to double check it, but I was fucking right. Just saying, make me Secretary of Defense.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming home. You're gonna start building. You're gonna start building some schools and hospitals, and then I'm gonna box you boys up, and you're gonna go over to Mexico and do the same thing. I'm gonna box you boys up, and I send you over to the UK, and you're gonna do the same thing, and we're gonna fix the planet with our military, and it's gonna be the best thing that ever happened. And then I woke up.
And she also said that like we're not lowering our standards to make you like we shouldn't lower our standards to make you Secretary of Defense because.
Yeah.
That was another one of his
We have
lies.
standards in this country.
That was another one of his lies because the military did have to lower all of their standards for like basic and shit like that because they were having problems recruiting people. But for anything that was combat ready or anything that was like if to go to jump school, they did not. No, you had to be able to do what you need to do all of this extra shit. But there are tons of jobs in the military. And I think a lot of people kind of get confused. Like Ali is a military guy, so he's a veteran, so he understands. But I don't know if everybody gets it. Like there's tons. Like it is a whole infrastructure that
you want to be a mechanic, be in the military.
You know what I mean? Like they have every friggin' job ever inside the military. So everybody does basic, and that's what they had to lower the standards for. But they're just conflating them lowering those standards with like, fucking the Navy SEALs and shit, and the Green Berets were like fucking, you only have to do 2 push-ups a day because of the woke trade. Like it's just they just made up shit. It's like that didn't happen. Bitches.
So that's why I'm going S rank.
Yeah, this is the dude. This is the final boss fight.
Finish him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did she win?
I think she did.
I think she won. She made him look like a fool for 7 minutes.
But is he going to get in?
Well, it's not. She's not the only one voting.
I know. So
she won this.
She won this.
She won this round, but unfortunately, he's the boss that won the fight. Is what's going to end up being happening, right?
Well, only because her party is not in the majority.
Right.
Yep. So
no, she's killing the boss. She's taking
she's trying.
She's taking that. She's going for the crit katana strike.
I feel like, unfortunately, I feel like it's more like she's fighting a Hydra, and she's cutting off a head.
Except his heads are all dicks because he's a dickhead.
And two more are going to grow back.
My mind.
Gross.
Stop.
Gross.
My mind.
Make it stop.
So that's unfortunately the way I feel. But I mean, she did great. She did great. I'm not saying she did, but yeah, she's a strong A.
Mark,
you give.
Oh, she's an A for me.
Okay. Give her an A+. All right. Delivery. How she spoke.
A.
If I was going to say, I was actually going to rate her like a B on delivery because she lost her cool at one point in time. But finding out more about her, just a second.
Cool.
Let me finish. Finding out more about her background on that, it makes it way more understandable. Her losing her cool, and I've changed my mind, and I'm giving her an A.
I'll agree with that.
So
I must say, Ali, you like it when people are more calm when they're
I do.
saying
I
things.
do. I prefer
more
Slotkin's delivery to her.
Yeah. Slotkin's a CIA agent, though, dude.
So
it's in your mind, man. She's already got you, dude.
Rule you.
She's got you.
She's already in your brain.
You're compromised, Ali.
I'm Canadian.
Oh,
the Canadians don't compromise.
Are we all in agreement then? A.
Yeah.
A for
A minus.
Okay. Shut up, Mark.
Oh.
Presentation.
I was gonna say this because I actually wanted to pay attention this time. Is this like a Terminator vibe? Like she's got like the leather with like.
I don't understand the leather. I don't understand the leather. I'll be honest with you.
I'm rocking with it, and she's got the gold on like the ring. It's like the rose gold, and this rose gold on a chain with like a little pendant on it. I'm digging it.
She's kind of dressed like a fancy roadie.
She could be a Street Fighter character.
I'll give her a B for presentation.
Yeah, I'll go B.
I don't like the leather.
And she got a full red face. Come on, let's go. B.
Yeah.
And she did her face for it. She said, "I'm going to a feast. I want to look nice."
All right, I'll give her a B- on that. I was going to give her a C, but
Mark, let them bully you, Ollie.
That's what.
B-.
Yo, if I was her, I would have came in there with like a bib on, like I was going to Joe's Crab Shack.
All right.
That chicken at Popeyes.
Mark,
finally,
what happened?
I'm still here.
Left.
My camera is not
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got
Right
There you
here.
go.
This is not even me.
Vibes. Vibe check.
Oh, that's an S for me.
Yeah.
I
That's,
can give
I
her
was
some
thinking the
negatives on
same.
some categories, but
Yeah.
Is he fixed?
she
Okay.
ripped him a new ass, and you have
She
to
kind of did.
service to his garbage. So
She kind of did.
Buck stops here. End
that-
of the line, douchebag.
Good.
That puts Senator Duckworth at the top of the pack. She's number one.
duck roast for everyone.
Now-
that are willing to buck the establishment.
We still gotta put the bleep in there.
Oh yeah! Oh
you-
yeah! Oh,
You forgot the bleep.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so much funnier.
Now we gotta eat a little bit more pineapple here.
Oh.
Hegseth.
Oh no.
I'm taking a break, Tim.
The
Oh, are
words he
we
said.
rating?
Oh,
Are we rating both videos?
Both at the same time because it's from the
Okay.
same confirmation hearing.
It
So
is.
I think it's time for our union break.
no, you will all rate him right now.
God damn it.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
I'm gonna give him a D for content because he avoided so many questions and said so many dumb things.
Yeah, he wasn't like racist in that, so I guess D. Because I have to read
Yeah,
the clip, not just who he is.
in these videos he was sexist though. I mean,
Yep.
you're almost there.
Oh.
Yeah, F. Fuck this
Does
guy.
he get a D? Yeah, fuck his ass. He's an F.
Yeah, fuck this guy. No redeeming qualities.
Mark,
He doesn't get a D.
Yeah,
He has no D.
He has
D's
no
are
D.
earned. D's are earned.
He has
You get
no
a-
D.
You get a D
He is
for
not
effort.
tenacious. He
D's
is
are-
not tenacious.
D's are for effort. That was no effort.
delivery.
Ugh. He
Like,
sound
I think that could have been. There could have been worse.
Oh yeah,
But it's
it could
like-
be worse.
A
pretty
super low
horrible.
C or a high D. Like
I
he
give him a
gave
D.
he gave them
Here's
the
his D.
political
He
mumbo jumbo.
squirmed so much.
Well, that's Fox News, dude. That's
He got cornered a couple of times.
how long's he been on Fox News? Like 100 years? Like that's
Yeah,
what he, that's
yeah.
what he does. Like
Is it?
that's
I don't.
his
I don't know.
full-
So
That, like he's a host. Like he is a
He's a-
big host on Fox News. Like
He's a
this
Fox
is what
Preds guy.
yeah, this is what he does.
I don't these people have to be qualified some way to be in these positions?
No.
No offense, but
Yo,
fuck.
you just heard his only
Like-
qualifications. He fucking
like what the fuck? All right. And I'm gonna put my third grade school teacher in charge of defense. What the fuck?
bro
Trump
was
just-
bro was
he's
literally
remembering
going
the
through the
names of-
fucking going through the TiVo fucking DVR looking for fucking people to like I gotta get these fucking
Said
cabinet
something nice
picks
about me
cabinet
today.
picks cabinet picks. Ooh, scroll He's
What?
just clicking everybody out. Jesse Waters was probably gonna be the fucking vice president if fucking Vance didn't get in there. Fuck, you never know.
Probably the names of people he can remember, and like he
There
sees
you go.
Hegseth every day on the
Yeah.
on Fox and Friends. So
Is that yeah?
I
But, I mean, there's-
I
I-
that guy.
The thing
I
is,
mean-
there's got to be so many more people that he could have chose that are in his corner that would actually be
Yes.
kind of
It wouldn't, even,
qualified.
it wouldn't even matter if they were on your corner. It's like the electric company. You know what I mean? Like they're like a utility. They're like they don't need to
No.
be on your side or on their side. They do what everybody needs them to do.
it's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's not what Trump wants. That's not what Trump wants. Sure.
So let's put Hegseth on the screen here, and we'll judge him for his appearance. There we go.
Yeah,
Man,
you can tell he spent a lot of time on TV.
Presentation.
How
I
much-
mean, he
how
looks like a
much-
Fox News host. So
Yeah,
how much
yeah.
how much coffee do you think they had to filter through his kidneys to get him sober enough to do this this early in the morning?
Coffee.
They just
what?
run-
What?
Drugs.
They had to run
So-
some Drano through that bad boy just to clear him out. Whew.
What?
Delete
what
your Venmo
irks-
history.
What irks me about him is the kerchief that's an American
Yeah,
flag.
yeah. I was
That
going to
is
say that.
literally a
That's-
violation of the flag code. By the
He gets
way,
an
yeah,
F.
Yeah, yeah.
you violator.
Doesn't matter how he looks. No one puts the American flag in their kerchief pocket.
what are you supposed to blow your fucking nose with it? You fucking
Go back to your
scumbag?
third wife.
Yeah.
Or
That is a violation
Whatever
of
one.
your flag laws, I do believe. Yeah.
It is. You may not make clothing out of the American flag.
F.
Well, there's that too.
That's
Let me go get my America
Yeah.
shorts.
Yeah.
I
There's
have America.
That's what
rule's
I'm saying. Like when
broken
people
all the time, though.
Yeah, like like it could be on something, but you can't have it like be the butt of your bikini. Nah, dog. And then like the people on like Memorial Day will like put like the little flags like along their driveway. I'm like, did you just put 40 flags on the ground? Jeez, jeez, way to be patriotic.
Well, I don't think it's quite as heinous as an F, so I'm just going to give him a D.
Yeah, I'll give him a D. It's fine. He looks okay, I suppose. He looks smarmy.
Yeah.
If you could see if this little blue jacket would just like roll back a little bit, you could probably see his white supremacist tattoo through his shirt.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about his tattoos.
Does he really? Holy fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some wild tattoos.
The Christian nationalist stuff.
Yeah. Mark?
B plus.
B plus. Mikey?
No, C minus. Come on, Tim.
Mikey?
I
know you think it's an A. I'll just put it. You think it's an A. I got.
He can have a D's nuts, is what he can have.
Yeah, right in his forehead.
Let me see if I can get his tattoos up real quick again.
And finally, Pete Hetzek's his vibe. His general vibe.
His vib.
He was weaselly. He was squirmy, slimy. Was he an F?
He looks greasy.
He does look a bit greasy.
That's not a German military symbol at all.
That's
nope.
That's not Photoshop. That's actually his tattoos, right?
Yeah.
For sure of that.
That's the Iron Cross.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. With more Iron Crosses. All he is missing is the SS Death Head.
He has money. He should know better. And like if he did a stupid thing when he was young, have had them removed by now.
Yeah,
but no.
Those are real.
Wow. This is going to be this. So Trump's not going to use military force in places, right? This is what you guys think. Okay. F, yes, F. Yes.
For vibes.
No, we should all disarm. Meh, okay. That's why I ain't listening to y'all.
All right. That gives him a solid F plus.
All right. Good for him.
That makes
one
sense.
One more video, Mikey, and this is probably the best one.
Please. Oh, thank you. We need something good. Like a nice piece of lemon meringue pie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell me that you like it.
It was civil rights. For whatever reason, the colleague on the other side of the aisle decided to attack Democrats and pretend as if we do not look out for women.
Frickin' Forbes.
And I want to be clear that it's Democrats that were pushing for the Equal Rights Amendment, and I don't recall any Republicans supporting us having the Equal Rights Amendment. I also want to make it clear that just because someone fantasizes or wants to be dramatic about the idea of someone could be a quote-unquote man in a locker room or in a bathroom, I've yet to hear an actual testimony of someone who, for whatever reason, has experienced this in real time. But I can tell you some real numbers and some real facts, because I don't like to live in fantasy when I'm talking about how I'm going to govern for the American people.
That was good.
I
The
lay
facts
this card
are, in my
down,
state alone,
face
in the
down.
state of Texas, once
You've
they
activated
decided
my fuck
that they
you
were
card.
going to overturn the Roe decision, 26,000 women then ended up raped. 26,000 is what we had reported. And that was only within about a year's time span. And when they reported those rapes, none of them seemed to have anything to do with trans folk. And I don't recall any legislation to help out those women in Texas and beyond that are actually dying. We're not projecting may die, but are actually dying or have died in southern states that have decided that they wanted to go after our reproductive freedom. So as a woman in this country, as a Texan, and as a Black woman who, when we look at the numbers, and I believe in data and science, and I know that that escapes a lot of people in this chamber, but the numbers are clear that specifically Black women have always struggled when it came down to the maternal mortality rates in general. The fact that somebody who looks like me, no matter how much money they have, because I can remind you of a very wealthy tennis star that almost lost her life while trying to give birth. Some things I honestly just don't think should be partisan, and frankly, I do believe in privacy because honestly, I don't want none of y'all making decisions if I ever end up pregnant and have to decide what it takes for me to save my life. And I give the same opportunity for other women in this country to make decisions as they see fit. So while we look at how we protect women completely differently, I can tell you that at least in the 766,000 women or 766,000 constituents that I represent, I have had them come to me concerned about whether or not they could survive childbirth. But I have not had a single person in my district tell me that they were concerned that they may be raped by a trans person. So if there is an issue to solve in this country based on facts, data, and statistics, I think that we need to look at the type of health care that we are going to advance for women in this country. And
Kettle Lady yields back.
Oh, I hate him.
Oh, Comer? Yeah, he's the worst.
Oh, I hate him.
He's a piece of shit. Yeah.
So, Miss Crockett.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think she's on here somewhere.
She's on the board already, yeah.
No, I got her on my soundboard.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I took... Damn it.
Man, you're having a rough night, man.
I tried so hard.
Mike, you worked for hours on that soundboard and half of it works.
It's literally the opposite. Like I've moved everything into one folder and then like I remapped everything and it just like didn't remember any of that.
Oh.
Like why not? We had so much fun earlier. But
Anywho,
I don't know. I got
it's
nothing.
okay. We still love you,
just
Mikey.
push this.
Yeah.
This one. Oh, it doesn't even work.
None of that sounds fascist to
Push
you
the
at all?
goddamn button.
No, of course it doesn't.
You're still my favorite producer at the Bin Network, Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey, you're still the best producer.
Yeah, at the Bin.
You're in my top 3.
Wow, Mark's just throwing shade today.
I'd push a button to insult him, but it probably wouldn't work.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
I'll just start Michael Winslow in this and just start doing it with my mouth.
Yeah.
All right. Jasmine Crockett, the words that she spoke.
That's an A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm torn. I'm close to an S, but yeah, A plus. A plus.
Funny.
Mikey? She really rocked
A,
Lakewood.
A, okay.
Yeah.
Delivery, the way that she spoke her words.
Same.
A.
Yeah. She rocked that shit.
It's gonna be a quick one. All right. Presentation. I'm gonna say S out the box.
I was about to say we have our first S on presentation.
You think?
Bro,
I'm
the
sorry, I'm gonna disagree.
the eyeshadow is matching the thingy, which is matching the thing, which offsets the thing, which complements the skin. It's all about counterpoint.
All right. Well, if I could just counterpoint that. Unfortunately, to me, it's a really bad camera angle. Her eyes look like they were closed 90% of the time.
Yeah,
and
she's small too.
That is not a good look. It's just not a good look. All right. On top of that, hair always falling in her face. That's not good. She's constantly like it's every 5 seconds she's pushing that hair back out of the way. No offense, get yourself a little hair clip, Hold that hair out of the way. Not nearly as distracting.
Maybe a pen.
That
pen,
fuzzy
like
that fuzzy thing in her pocket. Wow.
The
What
doily.
the hell? Why did you put a loofah in your pocket?
Hey, that's swag. It's got pearls in there. It's got pearls in there.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I disagree. That's ugly. And that jacket, what the fuck? It's wrinkly as fuck, dude. I'm sorry.
Short.
What the hell does that have to do with wrinkles?
I don't think it's wrinkled. Her arm is up.
That's wrinkles, dude. Like if you're
right
like
here?
look at everything right. Yes, that's all wrinkled up. That's either that or the sweater she's wearing underneath the jacket is way too big and bulky.
She's got something underneath it.
Which then that's an issue as well. Then.
All right.
Right.
We're nitpicking.
So I'm
and
sorry.
She has a I want to say this too. She has a really nice pen, and I'm a pen guy. That is like she's got like a 6.
Donald Trump can have a nice pen. Are you telling me you're going to give him a good outfit rating for pens?
No, I'm just adding this as an accent because that's like a $6 big pen. It's really nice. I think it's like the Pro. Yeah, that joint right there.
The Queen of Canada's watch. I don't know.
We couldn't tell. We have to ask Putin for some pictures of it, I guess.
Despite Ollie's disagreements, I'm still going with S.
I'm sorry. I'm going B. I think that was the one thing that she was lacking in this was having a sharp look. That was what I felt. I'm sorry.
Mark.
B+.
They don't get it, Mikey. They don't get it.
It's okay. She'll be
Sorry.
back. She'll be back. I ain't tripping.
All right. Finally, vibes.
A.
This was like the vibes were where I was willing to actually go S. That's it's like she rocked this whole presentation, right? Like I mean,
just to put everything in context order, this is the same hearing that Magic the Gathering was at, and this was before.
Okay.
This is before Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, here's Marjorie.
Okay,
and then here's Jasmine.
So Jasmine was responding to something that Marjorie said in a previous thing, and then Marjorie felt that she had to respond to Jasmine again. So it was a little tit for tat, but it was, they weren't responding directly to each other because Marjorie already lost that one.
Okay.
Wah.
So I'll go A for vibes.
Oh, she's got something else up here.
Oh, she was all the way at the beginning too?
Yeah.
Listen, I just went to the part of the clip where she was. I didn't know she was all the way at the beginning too.
Interestingly enough, we just had the funeral of one of our beloved presidents. And I caught a flight to Austin.
Oh, this is from 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I had the honor of sitting next to someone who was a little familiar with the White House. That person was Lucy Baines Johnson. And when I tell you that she is a wealth of information, I really mean that. And when we had an opportunity to talk about what she
There we go. At least we can see the outfit better.
I still like it.
I still feel the same.
I don't dislike it. It's just not for me.
And I think she could have did this outfit could have looked so much better with just a little bit of work.
Should I go get my wife? Here, let me go
make
get
sure
my
that
wife.
shirt underneath is not doing
she'll tell me
whatever
if I'm
that
wrong.
bulges in her shoulder. Get rid of whatever that is in her pocket and put something smaller there, not nearly as like I mean that looks like a loofah. That's what that looks like. Is a fucking shower loofah.
I need one. I need 2 of them.
Come here for a second.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
No, I'm gonna ask my wife too, like what she thinks.
We shouldn't be judging her ourselves. Needs a lady touch. Mikey, go wake up your wife.
If you were to judge this
Hell
lady's
no.
appearance on a scale of F to A or S is the top rank, but hold on one second. There we go. Now you're not on camera.
There. I will also make sure you're not on camera because I know you don't like that.
Yeah,
We're
just for like
reading-
general presentation.
Part of our rating process is
How does
presentation, how people are dressed, blah, blah, blah. What would you rate her
Mute your
presentation?
mumbling asses. Jesus
Laugh
Christ.
through, like S tier. So F, D,
Oh.
C, B. A.
Mikey, play the video for a few seconds.
I gave it a B plus. I'm being told I'm wrong.
And I believe in data and science, and I know that that escapes a lot of people in this chamber. But the numbers are clear that specifically Black women have always struggled when it came down to the maternal mortality rates in general. The fact that somebody who looks like me, no matter how much money they have, because I can remind you of a very wealthy tennis star that almost lost her life while trying to give birth. Some things I honestly just don't think should be partisan. And frankly, I do believe in privacy because honestly, I don't want none of y'all making decisions if I ever end up
That
pregnant
head toss
and
was
have
an
to
S5, by
decide
the way.
what it takes for me to save my life.
Right? That
And
head
I
toss
give the
was great.
same opportunity for other women in this country to make decisions as they see fit. So while we look at how we protect women completely
wife says
differently,
A.
I can tell you that at least in the 766,000 women or 766,000 constituents that I represent, I have had them come to me concerned about whether or not they could survive childbirth. But I have not had a single person in my district tell me that they were concerned that they may be raped
Pretty good right
or
now.
coming over.
Come on, Tim. And Mrs. Tim, hurry up.
It's been brought to my attention that 4 men shouldn't be ranking women's appearances.
I told y'all about this. I just compliment. But here we are.
Nah, you went after Marjorie Taylor Greene, just saying.
Well, she's mean. Mean people get mean stuff.
So
I'm not saying she doesn't look good. Where I'm rating the outfit, right? I'm rating the bad camera angle, right? Because, like, I mean, if I can't see somebody's eyes when they're talking to me, then it's really distracting.
We should keep going instead of dwelling on it. So let's go.
So, were we in agreement on vibes then?
Yes.
A?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
A plus F for me. Well, I give it an S for vibes. I loved it. I was giving it an S for vibes. So, especially that head toss she did there in the middle of it. That was great.
All right. Well, then her final score puts her in tied for first with Tammy Duckworth.
There you go.
Dun 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 dun. I gotta get a thumbnail.
So our top 3 is Duckworth. Oh, I can't think her. What's her name here again?
It would be the top 3 would be Jasmine Crockett, Duckworth, and Charlie Angus. Those would be the top 3 then.
Okay.
And then the bottom 3 is Jordan Peterson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Trump.
Pete Hegseth didn't
As
he?
it
Oh, he's
should
probably
be.
like 4.
Yeah, he's 5th.
Oh, okay.
And the worst part is Trump's not going to stay in the bottom 3. That we got so many worse people that we're going to do. Like, I know he's a bad person, but there's just so many worse people that we're going to
He
end
brings
up
out the worst people that support him. And what?
We haven't done Musk yet. We haven't done a Musk video yet, right? So
not this year.
Yeah. So
Give it time.
So I think much like was it Jon Stewart was number 1 on the board last year because no one could beat his score. No one is going to beat Jordan Peterson's score for worst.
Yeah.
What about Jordan Peterson again?
He got 2 zeros and he got 2 F minuses and 2 Fs. Like,
yeah, but we had one last year where we had to stop the video.
That's true. Like, if we have to stop the video,
that's all negative F.
Is that a DNF? That's a DNF.
So a DNF has to be worse.
Maybe the DNFs go into their own league. Like maybe we DQ some people. Like, if we watch something and we're like, oh yeah, we'll do it. This person is like, this video is DQ'd. Like, just like, I don't even want you on the board for this because it wouldn't even be fair. Like, just just leave the game.
Yeah, you automatically lost. You're out.
You're out of the tourney. Like, we
it
don't
could be
even
a
want you up here
bracketed
no
system
more.
of like the best of F rank, the best of D rank, the best of C rank, B rank, and A rank.
I think maybe that's something we could put together at the end of the year.
Yeah.
We'll just have to start the
If
end
we
of the
get a
year a
lot
little
more- yeah, we're
earlier to
gonna
get through them all. But
Yeah.
Well,
When-
then
I
we'll
think-
just keep putting people from wherever then. And then because that way they'll just go into their own ranks by letter rather than by the divisions, which was
if you're the
whole
worst of the
point.
worst, that's who you
Yeah,
have to compete
yeah.
with.
Right now, boy, we don't have enough. We don't have enough
Yeah, we
people
don't.
to. But
That's what I'm
yes,
saying.
Give it
once
time.
I think once we get some more people in here, because
We're what, 3 episodes into the year? We got like 40 more episodes to do
Yeah.
at least, right? So
It's
we're gonna have
120.
lots of
That's
scores.
120 more videos at least.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We have at least 40 episodes. I'm assuming we won't work some
God.
holidays. We're going to take
Yeah,
vacation.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mikey,
So,
Your ass better
You're here.
you better leave on Friday, be back by Tuesday. What the hell?
you're
You
here.
got
I'm gone for the
podcasted.
month of June.
when I go on vacation
What'd
this
you say,
summer, I'll
Tim?
bring my computer with me so
You're
I can
here
set up on the road.
forever.
Right. Right. I am the machine.
Good
I
episode
think
tonight.
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for this
Look
episode
at that.
of Unboxed Politics.
It's not even 9 o'clock yet. Look at that. We're gonna get some rest.
Yeah.
You guys ready to play?
I'm going to go play Battlefield.
How
with
about say you
KP.
guys-
I don't know
how
how
about
you
say you
guys-
guys-
I'm gonna go play Baldur's Gate 3.
How about say Marvel Rivals? Anybody?
Yeah.
All right, Tim, take us home.
Thanks for watching this episode of Unboxed Politics. Like and subscribe on the YouTubes.
Do all that stuff, yeah.
Do all the things. Comments. Leave nice comments.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh,
Oh, there you go. That was the button.
Mikey, go bleep that other one right now.
I'm having other
Thanks.
problems.
They're calling her
Thank you to
Rhino
the people
Taylor
being active in
Green.
the church
Oh.
chat.
This is
Oh,
a
yeah.
good. This is a good one. Here, check this out.
They're calling her Rhino Taylor Green.
Emma Vigeland making her first appearance on the soundboard. Congratulations,
God.
Emma. You made it.
Go and watch the other content on the
Oh,
show.
I'll bet
Me and
you
Mikey.
would.
Oh, sorry. One more, Tim.
Oh, I'll bet you
Thank-
would.
Oh, I'll bet you would.
Elizabeth Warren, welcome to the soundboard. You did
Oh,
it.
I'll bet you would.
Nancy Pelosi.
She
Just
can.
kidding.
I gotta. Never mind.
Poo poo.
So, yeah, check out the other content on the Bin Network. Me and Mikey have been doing stuff during the day.
Yeah.
And
The headliners. What do you guys think? The headliners. Tim and Mikey. We could have like a
Forever.
wrestling motif,
we're here forever.
like the Dudley Boys. We could have Dudley Boy art.
There you go. And yeah, join us next week on Unboxed Politics.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, give us money. Give us money. So much money.
Give us money.
Give us all your money.